Alas, it is the end of my Sri Lankan journey. Sri Lanka was an adventure. It was fun for me. I've never been here before, so I was really looking forward to being here and seeing what this place had to offer. I expected it to be a lot more like India. It's quite different. I really appreciated that. I liked that. I liked that fact that it was surprisingly different than India, different than Bangladesh, different than Nepal, Bhutan, or the Maldives. I liked that a lot. I think that it's quite unique. The people are so friendly here, and people are friendly everywhere, but especially in Sri Lanka. Some things were frustrating. The train system is probably the worst I've ever experienced. The trains are just awful. They were at strike while I was here for the first, few days, maybe a week. So I wasn't even able to take any of the trains at that time. When I was able to take the trains, they're worse than India. So if you've been to India and you know the train system there, the trains in Sri Lanka are worse. It's really tough. So most of the time, after I took a few trains, I started taking buses, which I never do. I've always said that train travel is better than bus travel. But in Sri Lanka, actually the buses are more comfortable. And sometimes they even take less time. So that was a lesson learned. Sri Lanka is diverse, not just in the people. The people are definitely different than the surrounding countries, but in the landscapes as well. Being in Colombo or Anuradhapurna hadn't rained for 2 months when I was there. And I went from Anuradhapurna, where it was very hot, to Kandy. And in Kandy, it rained every single day. It poured rain, and it was very chilly. It was around 10 degrees at night. So, I guess that's not that cold, but compared to Colombo, it's quite chilly. And the mountains, hiking in the mountains in Ella, it was nice. I had mixed feelings about Ella. I liked that it was naturally stunning. It was just beautiful. But at the same time, way too touristy for me. Far too touristy. But actually, some places you can go in Ella, you can get away from the tourists. So that was nice. Actually, coming to Sri Lanka was a surprise because it's not really what I expected. Normally, when I expect things from countries, it's quite close to my expectations. I can imagine what a country is like before I go there. And I did so with Sri Lanka as well, but I was really wrong. I was wrong about what I imagined in Sri Lanka, and in a good way. It's been a good journey. It's been about a month. So I spent a good amount of time here, and I still feel like I could come back and see more. I can't say that about every country. I can't say that I want to go back to every country. But Sri Lanka, actually, I can imagine, coming back and doing some more of the hiking. I didn't go to anywhere in the north. Jaffna or Trincomalee has a nice beach, Pigeon Island. I'd like to spend time there. Actually, everywhere. There's lots of places that I'd love to go. But I can never see enough of any country. After Nepal is tricky. I tried to get a Afghanistan visa in Sri Lanka. I'm the first person who's ever tried to get an Afghanistan visa in Sri Lanka that isn't Sri Lankan or from a different nation. So they had never even heard of it. They had to contact the embassy in Kabul, and it was kind of a big deal. And they printed out this. I went to the embassy so many times. They printed out papers for me saying how dangerous it is, and the risk of getting kidnapped and ransomed, and so many things. It's really tricky, actually. I don't know how I'm going to get a visa to Afghanistan or Pakistan. Pakistan is also kind of tricky, but Pakistan is going through elections right now, and apparently some of the new people are more open to tourist travel. So that's a good sign. I just hope they hurry up and get things sorted out so that I can get there and not go with a tour group. Turkmenistan is another one where I kind of have to go with a tour group. Really don't want to. I just got to get these 3 countries out of the way, and the rest will be better. At least I don't have to go with a tour. Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan, Kazakhstan. I'm more looking forward to those countries, just because they make it easier for tourists to come. I want to spend time in the countries that want me to come. We'll see. It's going to be a long few days. I'm not going directly to Nepal. I'm going to stop in India for like 27 hours. But it's okay. I'll be all right. I'm Chris across the world, and I'm in another airport. I wish I had like $100 every time I said that. Next up, Bengaluru.